Hello everyone, very good morning. I am making this AB to clarify and guide parents to pay tuition fee as per the government norms. Early this week, we spoke with some senior politicians who connected us to their panel advocates. As fee counters or online payment gateways were not enabled to accept fee as per the government norms, we parents refrained from making payments of tuition fee for 8 months. We now, guided by some senior advocates, to pay tuition fee by other means without going to school or without accessing their online payment applications. To pass this on to parents, there was a meeting hosted by active parents at Central Park on 22nd January at 7 pm. Some of you were part of the meeting. In this context, I would like to clarify parents on some frequently asked questions. Let's take it up one by one. The first question: will I get 30% discount? If so, whether 30% discount be calculated on full fee or on tuition fee? To answer this is a hypothetical question, may not applicable for students and parents of Timpani School. Let me explain why. The concept of 30% discount come into play with GO number 57, which was issued on 30th October 2020. Much before this GO, that is on 8th October 2020, the school has filed a writ petition in AP High Court. Pursuing this writ petition, the High Court passed an interim order on 13th October 2020. The order directs school to collect only tuition fee. In my view, as far as Timpani School is concerned, the court order succeeds the GO 57. Therefore, we remain liable to pay only tuition fee. I repeat, our liability is limited to pay only tuition fee. Payment of tuition fee as per court order is subjected to final judgment, meaning our liability for school fee may increase or decrease as accordingly based on the final judgment. I believe the court will surely take GO number 57 into consideration while hearing and making final verdict on this matter. Question number 2. The audio, video and text messages circulated over Telegram, WhatsApp groups and other parent groups confusing me, as they initially said parents to pay tuition fee minus 30%, then total fee minus 30%, and again then 30% rebate is limited to those parents with letters, and now the discount is applied to parents comes under below poverty line. I am vexed up and not clear how much fee is to be paid. The answer is none of the options have legal validity, no matter whether we pay full fee minus 30% or tuition fee minus 30% or limiting 30% benefit to a particular group of people. On this point, I would like to clarify parents that our interest at this juncture is taken care and protected by court order. Point I am making is, as of today, we will remain liable to pay tuition fee only. No need to pay anything excess unless otherwise required by the final judgment of the court. Question number 3. I am ready to pay tuition fee as per the court order, but school is not accepting it. What is the way out? Yes, school is not accepting and allowing parents to pay tuition fee as per the government proceedings. This is an ongoing issue for 8 months. We spoke with legal experts. They suggested nothing stops parents if we pay through a demand draft or through an account payee check. Question number 4. On whose name I draw a DD or issue an account payee check? The demand draft or check is to be drawn or issued in the name of school. However, due to accounting reasons, the management may have different payee names for different campuses or for different classes like pre-primary, primary or senior secondary classes, etc. We suggest parents to refer instructions provided on fee book and get right payee details specific to payment for your child. Question number 5. How would school know whether demand draft or check I am going to send is for payment of tuition fee specific to my child or children? Answer is, on back side of demand draft or check, you may please write your child's name, class, section, campus in which he or she is studying, and a one-line message which says the payment covers tuition fee for academic year 2020 and 21, and make sure you make a copy of demand draft or check for your record and reference. Question number 6. I have more than one child in my family. How many demand drafts or checks should I draw or issue? Answer is, get a separate demand draft or a check for each of the child. Question number 7. What are the documents to be attached along with the demand draft or a check? Answer is, a covering letter, copy of government memo dated 7th May, copy of court order, copies of DEO proceedings issued on different dates. The draft format of covering letter and other attachments will be provided centrally. Parents requested to use the same. Make a copy of signed covering letter for your record and reference. Number 8. Who we should send DD or check with covering letter and other attachments, and how we should send. The answer is, the DD or check along with covering letter and attachments should be sent to principal of respective campuses and to be sent in a registered post or a speed post. Make sure we retain the counterfoil for our record and reference. Question number 9. Is there a time limit within which I send DD or a check? Yes, kindly ensure the demand drafts or checks reach school on or before 31st January 2021. Question number 10. What next after sending demand draft or check to the school? Answer is, scan and send signed copy of covering letter and post office counterfoil to Narendra on his WhatsApp or Telegram. He can be reached at 83097 61554. Question number 11. How do I know my DD is encashed? Very simple. Do inquire your bank through where you send DD. They will tell you the exact encashed date. Question number 12. How do I know my check has been encashed? Checking your online bank account is the fastest way to determine if check has been encashed. Alternatively, you may also check your bank statement. The amount is deducted from your total balance. Question number 13. What is the role of school management or school principal? The school management or school principal have the responsibility to obey court orders and affiliation bylaws. They both require them to accept and encash the demand drafts or the checks. Question number 14. What happens if the DD or check is not encashed or never deposited? The answer is, go by payment instructions. School has the responsibility to accept and encash payments received through demand drafts and checks. Therefore, school must deposit or encash checks within 3 months from the date of issue. If the check is not been encashed or never deposited, it will expire after 3 months and money remains in the payer's account that is in the accounts of the parents. The demand draft must also be deposited and encashed within 3 months from the date of issue. If the demand draft is not been encashed or never deposited, it will also expire after 3 months, but however, it can be revalidated by 3 more months. I am sure there will be some protection. We may be discharged from the liability if school holds them purposefully without encashing or depositing into their credit. Parents can be flexible to choose to pay either through an account payee check or a demand draft. Question number 15. What's the way out? As I already paid full fee for one or more terms. Two situations. Compare the amount paid against total tuition fee for 6 terms. If the amount paid is less than the total tuition fee, then you may pay the difference by DD or check and explain the same in your covering letter, and make sure you will attach payment receipts to the covering letter. If the amount already paid is more than the total tuition fee, then you may hold your payment and write a letter to the school to convey that you have paid as per the government norms, therefore no longer required to pay anything extra, unless otherwise it is required by the final judgment of the court. Thank you and good day.